Stuart, you just recently wrapped up your controversial show called CHEX.
That's right.
And what was the response like from the crowds?
It was way bigger than what I could have ever expected. The audience just seemed to go crazy for it. I mean, we had many sold-out shows. There were times where people came up to me at the end of the show and were weeping. And I felt almost a little bit uncomfortable. They came up to me and would be hugging me, complete strangers holding me, and I'm like, okay, it's all right. And it was phenomenal. The response was beautiful. But what I always try and do is I always try to get people, including myself, looking at our lives and seeing how it is that we sabotage our own success in a very humorous way. So, I mean, of course, there are serious moments where people are brought to tears, no question. But there are many moments in the actual show where people they just laugh their butts off, thinking to themselves, "Oh my gosh, that is so me. That is me." So I like to do it in a humorous way for sure. But I do believe that getting our problems out or talking about our issues in life is therapeutic. So I thought, what if you could create a show where people can get that therapy without having to go to the actual therapist? And that's what this is.
But that's not your only project. Like, I mean, you are doing so many different things.
Yeah.
Talk about I Decide. What was that about?
I Decide, well, that was a show that I wrote a long time ago. It played for 3.5 years in Toronto. And I wanted to create what I call a Saturday night social alternative.
Do you find it difficult being in the position that you're in when you write these plays and you've got the CDs that you do and you're responsible for the cast that you work with? And do you find that a lot of pressure on your shoulders?
There really is, especially in the shows that I'm in, because I am usually the focal point in the actual show. So yeah, you do feel a lot of pressure. You feel a lot of pressure as well from the audience's perspective. I mean, my show Shift, the price tag on that was $37 a ticket. And you think these people have dedicated their time, dedicated money, and they've heard that we're great. They've heard great things about the show. So, God, I've got to deliver. And you do feel it 2 seconds before going on stage.
You talking about, people should be living their dreams and doing what they want to do. Are you happy with what you're doing?
I couldn't be happier. But I'm always seeking to do more. I'm always seeking to be something else. I'm about pushing the limits and seeing what it is that I'm made of. Because as we were talking about before, I said, so many people wake up and they believe that they know who they are, but who they are is not in fact who they are. I say in the show, who you think you are can only do so much, but who you are can do anything.